Well, we're back again for another round of the Coach's Corner, joined again by Mark Saunders, the Raiders2 coach. Well, I think, Mark, last time we had a catch-up was before the Chelmsford League game here. It was a few weeks ago now. Been another little rollercoaster bumpy ride for the Raiders since, but some very impressive results.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how far back that was. Chelmsford away?
No, the one here a few weeks ago. So, yeah, Chelmsford here, you've beat Slough here and Bristol here as well within the meantime.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, the games have come thick and fast. Yeah, we've had, where were we? Close against Streatham away, which is a good game, obviously. Last game of the London Cup. Beat Chelmsford, took them close in their place. We've beaten Solent in there. We've beaten Bristol in there. Obviously, this weekend just gone. Beaten Victor away this weekend just gone. Obviously, those are the two most recent games in my mind. But yeah, obviously Milton Keynes overtime loss here, which was disappointing. But you know, as I've said many times before the season, you don't come to play, and that's what happens. Anybody can hurt you in this division, and that's obviously, I guess from a fan of the division, which I obviously am, as well as a coach of the division. You want that competitiveness, right? You want the players to have to turn up to be able to win a game, and yeah, unfortunately we were a bit asleep on that one. But the other games, I mean, yeah, like the weekend just gone, and that shows a true reflection of what we are as a group at the moment. Is that we're kind of dialed in, we're ready to take on anybody, and even if we do go down by a couple of goals, like we did at home here against Bristol, and away against Chelmsford, really went down. I think it was a mad 3 minutes in Chelmsford, and about halfway mark, we were 3 goals down. And then all of a sudden, we click into gear a little bit, and we're up. We're back up at 3-2. So, yeah, we've shown we can do it. I think a lot of it is proving to ourselves that we can consistently compete at this level, which I think is what we've lacked a lot of, is our consistency. But we're starting to hit, a bit of a groove and peak for the kind of the optimum time. So yeah, I'm quietly happy with where we are at the minute.
Well, I wasn't intending on picking too much into the individual fixtures, which can easily be done about different reflection points in those. But just on an overall picture, you just touch on it. A few fixtures over the past few weeks having to come from behind, a couple of goals down. Obviously, the Chelmsford response obviously didn't quite get it back, but I thought especially against a team like Chelmsford, and I don't know if you'd agree, going back earlier in the season, if the team found themselves in that difficult position, knocking a few goals down. Doesn't seem to be a way back there now. They're finding a way back. Bristol as well coming back, and of course taking it to overtime. And it was certainly a long, old, thrilling game. A lot going on in that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was it's been a good 120 minutes. The last weekend was really good against two really good teams, right? But I mean, we might be sitting in 7th place, but I don't know if that truly reflects like where we are as a team at the moment. I know you're as good as your wins and loss column, or whatever it is, but to have a consistent lineup that we've had for the last few weeks, and to be able to get the guys in a bit of a groove and set them in their lines and work some systems and play around with power plays and stuff like that. A huge thing from the weekend is 5 special teams goals on Sunday. Like that's massive. That kind of stuff. That stuff really has to start clicking this time of year. And yeah, we're in a good spot. We've got 3 games left, and then playoffs around the corner. There's a lot of moving and shaking at the top of the table, so I'm interested to see how that goes over the next couple of weeks. We've got some 1-game weekends, and other teams up there have got some games to catch up on. So yeah, I'll be eagerly anticipating what goes on up there, and see if we start looking like we're going to pull.
Well, it's certainly, you're not going to know, I don't think, any playoff potential opponents until the final game's done. I think, obviously, you have to consider the 3-point deduction you guys have. I think if you didn't have that, there would be probably 6 points maximum separating second through till where you are now in 7th. So I think that does speak volume about the competitors, and obviously frustrating, I suppose, the little slip you had in midpoint of the season. But in terms of the team now, and it was for the start of the season, it does seem like everybody's starting to find, which seems to be the key in this team, a bit of confidence, and a couple of guys in particular really starting to certainly emerge above a few of the others.
Yeah, very much so. We've spoken a lot this year about being a collective and trusting each other, and that kind of buy into a culture of if you're having an off night, someone else is going to pick up and work a little bit harder for you to allow for your off night in inverted commas, with the view that you kind of, you know, you pay that back in, you know, in effort the next night, or, you know, another weekend as the games roll or whatever. And I think the boys, you know, you can't win every game. It's not. I don't think it's healthy to go for a season winning all the time, because you come to a crunch game at the end of the season, like playoffs, you know, and you might find yourself down. And like you said there, you alluded to it, that, you know, there was a time you know, around Christmas time, we found ourselves down, and it was, once you're down, and we were, you know, we were losing those games, and there was no way back. But now we're 3-1 down against Bristol. We come back to 4-3. Yeah, it goes to overtime, but it is what it is. You know, 3-0 down against Chelmsford. You end up 3-2. Give away a sloppy one at the beginning of the third. You know, the game gets away from you. Invicta on the Sunday, obviously just gone. It's, you know, 1-0, 1-1, 2-2, and then 3 and 3-3, and, you know, you're kind of thinking, right, is this going to be in a, you know, a bit of a backwards and forwards tennis match? But the boys find a way at the moment of kind of doubling down in our period breaks and really ploughing through the next 20 minutes and kind of splitting the game into those key sections of, you know, where are the moments we need to manage, and we're doing that really well at the moment. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased.
So just final quick word. Then you're looking at confidence at the right time. You've beaten everyone apart from Streatham in the league now, and you have a chance to change out this weekend. Must be full confidence going into the playoffs. You can beat anyone. All it means is just putting it together one weekend. You could find yourself in that finals weekend. Yeah,
I mean, I think the beauty of our playoffs is, you know, it's potentially a 3 or 4 game shootout. So, yeah, small errors, you know, big moments, and a game can disappear on you very quickly. So, yeah, you know, it'll be new for a lot of these younger guys to make it to the playoffs, and we're trying to breed that kind of playoff culture, that playoff mentality now, so we can kind of feel those moments and manage them out, so they don't feel so heavy when we're in, you know, a 2-game weekend with an aggregate score, which you know, is neither here nor there what I think about the structure of it. But yeah, like, you have to, you know, you can lose one night and win heavily the second, but still not get through, right? Like you've got to. It's not just about, you know, your wins and losses. You've got to consistently, you know, kind of check the scoreboard and kind of see where you are. But, you know, that's my job, right? So, yeah, we've got 2 games left against Streatham and a game against Solent in the middle. Some trainings to get through and some stuff to work on. But yeah, I think, you know, we'll take a good run at the last 3 games here and see where we end up.
Brilliant. Well, actually, you've got a training session to sort out now, so I'll let you get ready for that and get the boys in shape for the weekend. Thank you very much for the catch-up, Mark, and see you again in a couple of weeks, maybe.